You just don't want anything stupid happening to fall off the stage, someone does their ankle, do you know what I mean? There's too much on the line now.
This fight isn't about size or weight. It's about skill. It's about dedication. It's about expertise. And all those areas I excel in and have got many, many more years of experience over Conor Benn, and that will be the deciding factor.
Chris Eubank Jr. tears into the narrative, making it clear this battle isn't about weight or size, it's about skill, dedication, and years of hard-earned experience. He believes Conor Benn has nothing in his arsenal that can match his ring IQ or composure under fire. Moreover, Eubank's confidence comes from countless wars fought at the highest level. On the other hand, while Benn swings with emotion, Eubank is preparing to dismantle him with precision and cold control.
It will go the way I want it to go. I will be like a matador in that ring, and Conor Benn will be the bull.
Chris Eubank Jr. paints a ruthless picture of domination, declaring that everything inside the ring will unfold exactly how he wants it. He sees himself as the matador, calm, calculated, and completely in control, while Conor Benn is nothing more than a wild bull charging with blind aggression. Eubank plans to toy with him, make him miss, frustrate him, and then punish him with surgical precision. What's more, he believes Benn lacks the discipline and ring IQ to survive under that kind of pressure. On the flip side, while Benn brings brute force, Eubank is bringing art, timing, and total control.
Do you want to get your hands on him?
Yeah, badly. I mean, I wish I'd done already. I wish I was fighting tonight. You know, so unfortunately we got...
Conor Benn explodes with rage after facing off with Chris Eubank Jr., barely able to contain his fury. The hunger in his eyes says it all. He's ready to tear into Eubank right now. No waiting, no build-up. Benn doesn't just want this fight. He needs it like fuel. The tension after the face-off was nuclear, and Benn looked like a beast denied his prey. He's sick of the talking, done with the waiting, and furious that the bell hasn't rung already. Every second feels like torture as he counts down to fight night. What's more, his body language screams one thing: Eubank's about to feel punishment like never before.
For Conor Benn, to be honest with you, I think it's a massive advantage that this fight is happening 2 years on, if I'm honest, on a number of reasons. Physically, the quality of the fighter, the mindset.
Eddie Hearn can barely contain the storm that's building inside Conor Benn. After the face-off with Chris Eubank Jr., Hearn saw it firsthand. Benn is boiling over with rage, ready to unleash violence like never before. This isn't just a grudge match anymore, it's personal warfare. The fire in Benn's eyes said everything. He doesn't want to wait, he wants blood now. Every tick of the clock is torture, and Hearn knows Benn is wound up like a missile waiting to detonate. The truth is, Eubank Jr. isn't facing a boxer, he's facing a man possessed with vengeance and nothing to lose.
This is almost like Eubank Benn 3, you know, and that Conor's bringing that same energy. This is for my family, this is for my name, this is for my legacy, this is the opportunity. If I win this fight, I jump out of my dad's shadows and I become the biggest star in...
Eddie Hearn doesn't hold back when comparing Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. He makes it clear Eubank simply doesn't match Benn's commitment and hunger. While Eubank talks about his desire to win, Hearn dismisses it, claiming the gap between them is undeniable. Benn is the one who's fully prepared, fully driven, and Eubank just doesn't come close in terms of dedication. The stakes have never been higher, and the difference in mentality could make all the difference when they finally clash.
He's gonna try exactly the same. I think Conor's gonna come out fast, and we're gonna come out fast, and it's just gonna be absolute mayhem. There is no way that Chris is...
Ben Shalom is certain that Conor Benn will storm out of the gates, bringing an explosive and aggressive approach right from the start. He believes the first moments of the fight will be pure mayhem, with both fighters going all out. Shalom insists there's no way Chris Eubank Jr. will let Benn take control, as he expects Eubank to match Benn's intensity and maintain his dominance. With no room for hesitation, Eubank's focus will be unwavering, and Shalom sees a brutal clash unfolding as both fighters bring everything they've got. The expectation is that from the opening bell, this fight will be a relentless battle full of fireworks and non-stop action.
I'd say it in the public domain, but I don't think he's wrong. I don't think the idea about weight classes...
Simon Jordan is pulling no punches with his latest comments, making it clear he's frustrated with the way things are unfolding in the boxing world. While he admits he might not always speak out publicly, Jordan doesn't shy away from acknowledging that he doesn't entirely disagree with Chris Eubank Jr. E's stance on weight classes. The real issue here is the growing spectacle-driven nature of modern boxing, as the focus on weight divisions been lost in favor of headline-grabbing matchups. Jordan's bold words stir the pot, creating waves in the boxing community and leaving fans questioning the integrity of the sport. On the flip side, Stephen Smith, though still critical of certain aspects, has shown some understanding of Eubank Jr. E's decisions, acknowledging the complexity behind the approach. With two strong, contrasting perspectives, this debate is far from over.
Much of an issue, the weight, but again, listen, I'm not disrespecting Chris Eubank Sr. Let's into the game, and he's going to worry about his son, do you know what I mean? And rightly so, but I don't think he's in that. But put it this way, I think if he was in that much of a disadvantage, everyone would be picking Eubank, wouldn't he? And I've seen people quite split on it a lot.
Stephen Smith doesn't hold back when it comes to Chris Eubank, sir. E's recent public outbursts, openly mocking the chaos surrounding them. To Smith, these distractions are just noise that divert attention away from what truly matters, the fight itself. He makes it clear that the real focus should be on Eubank Jr. and his relentless drive for victory. On the other hand, Smith commends Eubank Jr. at E's camp, especially the intensity brought by Jonathan Banks. For Smith, the key question isn't about controversy or drama, it's about how Eubank Jr. will break down Conor Benn with calculated, ruthless precision. The tension in the air is thick, and Smith firmly believes that Eubank's focus and strategy will ultimately prevail in the ring.
Mismatch on paper, of course it is. It's a fella that won a British title at welterweight, who hasn't boxed for a long time, against a failed world-class middleweight, so I haven't really got any interest, to be honest.
Egg slap not get you excited for us?
Not really, no. I'm not really excitable.
Dave Allen doesn't hold back as he unleashes pure disdain on the Eubank versus Benn rematch, labeling it a complete embarrassment to boxing. In his eyes, this fight is nothing more than a greedy cash grab dressed up as a legacy battle. He mocks the hype surrounding a welterweight who hasn't conquered his division facing off against a middleweight desperately clinging to relevance. To Allen, this isn't a monumental clash, it's a cheap spectacle, a disgrace to real competition. The so-called rivalry, it's fabricated, designed to capitalize on their father's names and sell tickets. Worse yet, Allen argues that these kinds of fights tarnish the integrity of boxing, replacing true grit and merit with hollow nostalgia. He calls it a disgraceful parody that disrespects fighters who've worked their way up the ranks. The burning question remains: how much longer will fans fall for recycled drama and empty rivalries? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Allen's explosive take, or are you still hyped for the showdown? And if you want more unfiltered boxing truth, hit like and subscribe now.